yarn lovers. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on where I am with my 2-cushion project. So if you haven't seen the previous video, this is something that my son has asked me to do. I've got a week to make 2 cushion covers for a bride and groom because he's going to a wedding next Saturday, and he's also asked for a throw. Not sure he's going to get that, but I'm going to do the 2 cushions. And he wanted them with a pocket on the front with their initial on for them to put the TV remote in, or a bit of chocolate or something like that. So I started this day before yesterday in the afternoon, and I thought I'd just give you an update on where I am and the pattern that I've chosen. Hope you're all okay, by the way, and not snowed in like we are at the minute. So we've had a flurry of snow overnight. It is rather beautiful. So let's have a think. What did we do? I had a look at all the patterns that I've got in my stash, and I've decided to go with Super Chunky because obviously I've only got a week to do this project in, and we know that Super Chunky grows really quick. I've got a Wendy pattern that I'm using as my base pattern, and then I'm going to adapt it to put the pocket in, but I quite like this pattern. And I've also not used Wendy yarn. I'm using Robin Super Chunky. So I have done a tension square to get myself started. The Wendy pattern is an old one that I picked up for 50p. And it's this one, so it's Wendy, and the number is 5749, and there's 3 different patterns in this little booklet. So the bubble pattern is the one I started with, and I just can't get on with it. I'm going to have to practice that one. It didn't look right at all. So I've gone for this lattice pattern, this lattice work, because I've done a similar pattern before using 100% wool, which just turned out beautiful. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to insert a pocket. I think the back's going to be plain because I'm going to run out of time. So started off with 45 stitches on my needles, and I've gone for a navy blue and pink, and where I've got to is where I'm about to insert the pocket. Sorry, can't see my face. Where I'm about to insert the pocket, and people have asked me in the past, can you insert a pocket or put a pocket on your knitting without actually having to just do a pocket separate and then sew it on all the way around? And there is. So I'm going to show you that now. So knitted my first 15 stitches across there, and then what I've done is I've cast on another 15 stitches onto the same needle. And then the next thing I'm going to do, and the reason I've done that is because this 15 stitches, this 30 stitches now on this needle are going to be attached to the last 15 stitches on my left hand needle, and the 15 stitches in the middle, they're going to sit on a spare needle at the front of my work, and then we will knit the pocket onto those once we've finished the rest of the cushion. So these are great, these big needles. So I'm going to put 15 onto here. Okay, so those, a bit awkward that. So those now on my spare needle, they're going to sit at the front of my work, and I'm going to carry on knitting. I'm going to carry on knitting this row. So that will give me a nice back. And then when we look to the front, these 15 here will just carry on, and it will look really lovely and neat. What I will do is pick that up to carry the pattern across the first when I go onto the pocket to finish that off, so it's nice and neat. And then I'll set the letter P in this one. So this is for the bride, so it will be in the pink, because they are quite traditional, which is why I've gone for the pink and the navy blue. So I hope that's helpful. I'll show you the finished front when I've done it, hopefully tomorrow. So have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll speak to you again soon.